What are you munching on?
My soul.
I don't think your soul is munchable. I'm gonna be really honest with you.
Oh, I think my soul is crunchy. I would think that if my soul was a food, it would be
soul food.
Those.
Your soul is soul food.
Protein chips, but sure.
Protein chips, what do they call it? I know what protein chips you're talking about. The Quest protein chips.
I fucking love the oil.
You're foaming at the mouth.
I need them to make a regular tortilla protein chip so that I can just make dip and totally eat double my calories but not feel as bad because I'm eating protein chips instead.
Wow. Just make the protein dip. Then you're doubling up on the protein and then you're getting them gains even though you don't go to the gym. No, I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying in general, as a people, people be eating them protein snacks and then they're like, yeah, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm just going to sit here and just sit. I'm just going to sit and exist.
That's me and my coworker, honestly.
Me and what a vibe. But welcome to the podcast once again. Robyn. Hello once again.
Are you ready to see the wonderful baby of ours you've requested?
I've been dying to see this baby all day. I've been dying to see this child. What the fuck is that?
This is a child. His name is Steve.
Steve is too generic of a name for this. We need a gross name. We need Filbert. I'm thinking of Filbert.
Prince Charles.
Prince Filbert III. Because we had many kids in that video, if you don't remember, or in that episode.
We'll give him a little crown.
Give him a little crown. Give him a little. Now he's Cosmo. There you go. Now he's a fairly odd parent. Imagine this Fairly Odd Parent popped up in your life when you needed it most. The lore, right? The lore of Fairly Odd Parents, where it's oh yeah, when you're a sad child, you get a Fairly Odd Parent, and you're the sad child and you receive this. This is what pops up.
This would be my fairy. Maybe that's why it came into my life, because I've been so sad the past week. This is my fairy godparent. This thing, Philip.
No, Filbert. Filbert. Filbert.
Phyllis?
Filbert. Filbert.
Okay? Philia?
Okay.
Folio.
We're done. We're done with this conversation. Okay, don't. Fellatio.
So my question, Fellatio. That's the child's name, Fellatio.
Fellatio the First. Yes, Fellatio. Is that even how you spell it?
Well, I don't think so.
I
can't spell.
That's how the kid was made, man. For some godforsaken reason. With a little bit of fellatio. Dear God. Well, Robyn, I wanted to also quickly mention to everyone listening that big announcement, very big announcement. You know what the announcement is, Robyn? Do you know what the announcement is?
I think I might.
We are officially, all episodes are now on Spotify. And it's going to be in the link down below. So if you are enjoying it on YouTube, even though there's 10 of you, which appreciate it, go on Spotify. It's good. It's same experience, just a little bit Spotify-ish. If you want to take us on the go, if you don't want to pay for YouTube Premium, we appreciate it. So yeah, take a listen on Spotify. I'll leave the link in the description and the top comment, even though there'll be no comments. So I'll appreciate if you go ahead and listen. Be really nice. But in the meantime, Miss Robyn, we have some work to do. Actually, I would argue quite a bit of work to do. Because after our nice little master list, there's no excuse now for not getting shit done, okay? Now, there's no excuse for us to go on 5-hour tangents.
God damn it.
So sorry to disappoint you. We do have this baby thumbnail that you're finishing up, though.
Yes. My question is, should we be happy about Phyllis Falafel Fellatio the Third? Or should we be depressed about him?
I want us to be depressed. Does this look like a happy baby to you?
I'd be happy if this was my baby. He's
The-
special.
Why is this why does he have pink eye? Why was he born with pink eye? Is it a boy? Is it a girl?
Because it came out of me.
Yeah, what is it? Can we have a gender reveal on the baby?
gender reveal. Oh, you know what? Let me just cut the baby in half real quick.
Oh yeah, what's inside of the baby? Oh wow. What's inside the baby? Oh, it's another baby. It's the shadow of a baby.
The shadow of a baby.
Oh, it's
green.
Oh gosh. I'm pretty sure I saw a TikTok recently of this woman who had a gender reveal with her husband, and it was supposed to be a boy, but it came out green, and she started fucking just bawling her eyes out because she's like, I worked so hard on this cake and it's just green. Our baby can't be green. Could be an alien, but you were inseminated with a child of an extraterrestrial. That one doesn't seem like all
You're so hypnotizing. Could you be a Sorry. I have been listening to Katy Perry's E.T. for the past week. Not just Katy Perry's E.T. I have been listening to rock covers of Katy Perry's E.T. and rock covers of pop songs in general. And I am obsessed.
I did find out this band I've been listening to. I think they're called I Prevail. Or We Prevail or something like that. Mm-hmm. They literally made a song that I was in love with. Okay. And I was blasting this shit every day in the car. And then I was like, let me explore some of their other songs, their other top songs. And I listened to one of their songs and I'm like, this is a good fucking song. And I listened to the other one. Oh, it's even a better song. This is a banger, man. It's a fucking banger. And then I listened to the next song and I'm like, why does it sound so familiar? It's great, but it's why does it sound so familiar? And then I realized it was a Taylor Swift fucking cover of Blank Space. But it's in metal.
That's crazy. But that's what you and I must be in sync, because that's literally what I'm doing, where I'm listening to metal, Doja Cat, metal Katy Perry, metal Britney Spears. The artist I'm listening to is Rain Page. I think that's her name. Let me double check real quick.
Is it Rain with an E?
No, I think it's rain, rain on me. Sorry. now my love for Lady Gaga is seeping through.
Rain.
It's easier on here.
I'm looking. I'm exposing.
Oh, Rain Paris. Excuse me, Rain Paris.
Rain Paris.
And basic spelling, raining
this
in Paris.
This one did pop up. I did see this name pop up. Hi, I'm Rain. Interesting. Rain Paris, looking like a real interesting gal. I will have to definitely take a look.
She just dropped one of Espresso, and I listened to a bit of it. It's freaking good. Honestly, so many pop artists should have went into metal, and I feel that way about Katy Perry, where her songs as pop songs, they're okay. But then you listen to them as a metal and you're like, Katy, what are you doing with your career?
Listen,
go God.
They have sensitive vocals, okay? To be a metal artist, the amount of vocal strength and training you need to be good at singing and screaming in metal is intense. I don't think they are capable of doing it. Okay, not that they're not capable of doing it. It's more I don't think they want to do it.
That is true. That is true.
Though I would love a Katy Perry metal song, I think the main thing people are moving towards is country. Okay, Post Malone has been doing country music. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not here to listen to it. It has an audience. I forgot who else was doing country music as well.
Bouncing off my booty cheeks.
Yeah, we're not talking about Dixon Dallas. Okay, that was in the Glorb video. We're past that. We're actually now in the Ninja video, which by the way, I actually got a chance to watch the fucking movie. And oh my God, it was something else. It was something else. Which, for context, by the way, I realized in the episode 10, we never gave context on who the I Want to Be Ninja lady was. So whoever watched that episode and was confused, here's your clarification. Literally so I'm making a video about this lady called Jennifer Murphy. She is a actress or whatnot. I don't know. She's done a lot of things, but she's basically known for this one meme where she sings this song called I Want to Be Ninja in front of a bunch of random people in a very racist accent. It's funny, but it's a little off-white, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like a little insensitive, but I think it's hilarious. You know, it's an old video, but it's funny. And turns out she, for the past like couple of years, has been working on a movie based on that exact video that made her viral. And she's been riding the success of this video for God knows how long. And I'm like, that's literally all her entire brand is I want to be ninja. That is the entire branding and the entire like point of her existence. And this movie was about it. And it was god awful. It was so bad. But there was golden moments where I was just like, this is fucking hilarious. Like, who thinks of this stuff? But then there are just moments where I'm just like, I want to blow my brains out. Like, this is actually terrible to watch. No diss on her. We all have our start. But like, man, it was slow. It was so slow. And by the way, funny little anecdote about it. So she had an in-person event, right? She had an in-person like premiere in LA, right? Unfortunately, I found out a little too late that she was doing this, so I couldn't go. But I had a buddy down in LA who happens to be in the area. And I said to her, I will pay you to go to this event. And she did. And she gave me video footage and it looked kind of cool. It looked pretty dope, you know, for what it was. But she told me that, or from what I heard, the movie was supposed to release and go on demand in like a couple days from the showing, which was I think on like the 9th or something. I got it like on the 28th, like 3 days from like now or something like that. It was like, I got it super fucking late. And I was just like, where the hell is this movie? Why is it? I need to film, okay? I'm trying to get my shit done. I'm trying to get on a perfect, nice upload schedule, okay? Turns out, my friend gave her criticism to the director in the movie. Because initially, the cut was 2 hours long of this movie. And she gave the feedback of, can you like cut like 30 minutes of this? Like, I'm pretty sure you can cut like 30 minutes of this. And you know what? They did. They cut 30 minutes of the movie. I got an hour and a half version while my friend, she saw the 2-hour version. So I directly had an influence on this movie.
You are the I Want to Be Ninja movie.
I am the movie.
They are going to take your video and use it for marketing purposes.
Oh, dear God. I mean, like, the thing is, and this is just my theory, like, the one thing about the movie is the whole meme is that, like, people thought she was racist. Like, at the time, like, people were just making, like, a lot of racist, like, or not racist, but they were, like, talking about it, like, oh, my God, this woman's racist, but she's so funny. But, like, she could be racist, but she's so funny. And, like, I'm willing to bet she let the racist comments get to her just a tad bit. So she's like, you know what? I'm making this movie to absolve myself of all racist quarrels. I'm not going to spoil the ending of the movie, but, you know, I know, because I know everyone wants to watch this movie. It's only $10 on our website, you know? Great movie.
Wait, it's only $10?
It was a pretty expensive movie, not going to lie. $10 for that movie was abysmal. It was abysmal. I should have paid like $2.
For the movie, yes. For a movie, not really.
True. If I were to buy it in theaters, or if I was to go see a movie ticket, yeah, it's, you know, $10 would be a reasonable amount. But like, goddamn, man, like, I also just watched it again today. I watched it twice, okay, in the same week. And it was... So
you liked it,
No,
obviously.
I had to record it twice. I recorded the first one by myself. I could show you the footage later. I was like half asleep at some points. And then the second time around, I watched it with my friend to see if it would make it feel a little better. I was feeling good, but he wasn't feeling good.
Damn.
He was like, you're putting me to sleep. And I'm just like, listen, you agreed to this. We have to see it through. I mean, at points we did have to put it at 2x speed because it genuinely was just like a slog. Like,
bad pacing.
I can't even imagine the 2-hour version, the director's cut. Can't imagine.
We gotta get our hands on the director's cut.
I need to figure out how I can get my hands on the director's cut all the way. I need to get the 2-hour version to see how truly slow it is. Because man, There were some interesting bits in that movie. I can't wait to make this video. It's gonna be so funny. It's gonna be a great time.
So when are you gonna show me the movie? Huh?
When your ass is ready to see it. Don't you have a nice little to-do list? You want me to put it on the to-do list? I'll put your little...
I'm doing it.
Yeah? Yeah, you gotta keep doing it. Look at Phil.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna stop doing it.
Are you gonna protest right now?
Yeah. I'm going on strike.
Okay, right in the middle.
I'm
right in the
going
middle.
on strike until I see the one wannabe ninja movie. This is the hill I'm dying on. I will unionize in order to see the I wannabe ninja movie.
Unionize with who?
Myself. Me and my Apple Pencil. Me and my iPad child.
Schizophrenic.
We're 2 people.
You schizophrenic. You and your multiple personalities inside your brain are going to unionize.
Damn, you didn't need to hit me that hard. Jesus.
Well, think about it. Who else is here?
Even my mom isn't that mean to me.
I take it all back. I take it all back, okay?
No, it's okay. You beat me into oblivion.
You bipolar.
I'll go back to work faster.
It's not as bad as schizophrenia. Guys, trust me, I care about people with mental health. Take your meds, kids.
Doesn't.
Take your meds, kids. Do not take your meds.
Take your meds by watching the Hardly Working podcast.
Right? Everyone, pop a couple pillies that you're supposed to have, and then be happy. Speaking of, what are you drawing in my hand? Is that a camera?
Yeah. Do you want a camera?
Yeah, no, I like it. Making babies for content. It makes sense. What if instead I'm filming the baby?
Well, so that's what I was thinking, but I was like, do I have enough room to like put it so that it's standing up?
I mean, maybe you could still keep it at my chest.
Like keep it at. Yeah, but like, are you gonna like record pointing up? Apple Pencil, what are you doing?
Dying on you again because did someone not charge?
No! Look! I'm at 94%.
Mm-hmm.
I charged. Don't look at the Apple Pencil icon there. You don't see that. You don't see. To be fair, like a few years back, I lost the dongle to the Apple Pencil. So
I see. Poor little dongle. So sad for your dongle.
So is it like you want it down here and like you hold it? Like I'm trying to think of the way you can hold it below. Because usually when I think holding like those little cameras, I'm thinking like here. Boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Right in the baby's face.
Yeah. Honestly, part of me wants to like poke his face with it. And then, like, squish the cheek.
It's like, this is great content. I'm an opportunist. I'm an opportunist content creator. I'm like, yeah, I got a good shot there. Yeah, great shot. Was that Squidward nose? Oh
no, that's your
I
arm.
thought it was a Squidward nose. I was like, whoa, that's a big old nose. That's a big old nose.
So what do you think? Would you rather something like this or in disgust like this?
I think disgust might work better because the right one, because like it just takes up too much space and it's also very like, yeah, it's just too much. I like the ugly baby. Though the ugly baby's funny. Got little tufts of hair.
I love when you said, "Could you draw an ugly baby?" I was like, "Yes!"
I like how the reference
I
image.
love ugly babies.
I love the reference image I sent you too. I was just like, "Draw this baby," and you're like, "You got
Literally, I was way ahead. Like, I was literally thinking about something like this before you sent that to me, and I saw it, and I was like, perfect. So just do what I wanted to do in the first place.
Why didn't you pitch it to me earlier?
No, literally just the moment you said it. And you, like, sent the reference picture right after. Yeah, I love any excuse to draw hot things and ugly things. Like, if I can draw something horrifically sexual, I will take it.
That is why you like drawing us.
Draw something. No, I like drawing us because we're horrifically ugly. You slut!
What? Who are you slut shaming?
My iPad.
Oh,
fucking slutting it up for the floor.
Did you drop it?
Yeah. Well, it fell.
Stupid.
It fell. I didn't drop it. It fell. Oh my gosh. All right, that fell one.
While Robyn's getting her iPad oriented, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. We wanna spread the good name of the Hardly Working podcast. I know there's one of you out there. That likes to spread the good word. So be our little preacher. Spread in the good name of Medz and Robyn.
Spread the good word. Spread it, my children. Spread it across all nations.
Have you considered being a preacher?
You know, I've accidentally started 2 cults.
Huh? That was not the turn I was expecting. Now I'm interested.
I just like casually start cults. The first cult I ever made, it was back in the 5th grade, and I and a handful of other unpopular girls, during recess we wouldn't know what to do because no one wanted to play house with us. Our parents were all awful to us. The boys were all mean to us. So we started hanging out by the sewer. And at first it was like we were just hanging out by the sewer drain and just chatting. And then I started to turn it into like a religious experience with rituals. I would lead the fellow girls in prayer, and we would talk about our hopes, dreams, and our struggles, and throw dandelions as sacrifice into the sewer, and then I would lead them out with a final singing prayer, and then recess would end and we would just go back like nothing happened. And I just created this sewer cult for women at the ripe age of like 10.
Sewer cult is wild. And you did this at 10?
Yeah.
Was your like Lord and Savior like Pennywise?
No, it was the sewer spirits. We would just hear the echo and we're like, the goddess is speaking to us.
Little did you know, it's just someone taking a shit.
Boys suck. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. And we go to Venus.
Yeah, continue that sentence.
Because we don't get penis.
Interesting. You go to a whole different planet. Interesting. You know, there's quite a bit of penis down here. Just letting you know. You weren't aware.
We don't need it.
If you weren't so aware.
We go to Venus to avoid the penis.
Wait, so what was the second time?
The second time, I just started again, accidentally leading everyone in prayer and inspiring them. And my nickname became Mama Martha. And whenever I would go on these religious tangents or these spiritual tangents, they would just all listen to me and be like, yes, Mama Martha. Yes, Mama Martha.
Why Mama Martha, though?
I don't know. I've gotten random names all my life. I was Mama Martha. I had a friend nickname me Debbie for whenever I'm angry. I also got Barbara and Babs for a while from my history teacher, but my favorite nickname by far was Sally Gonzalez.
What? These aren't even nicknames. These are just separate aliases.
In my junior year of high school, I became Sally Gonzalez because one kid in my class, he knew me a little bit beforehand, but we only knew each other in passing. And at one point, my good friend at the time brought me to him and he's like, hey, Adam, what's her name? And he was like, Sally. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm Sally now. I'll take it. And this kid was in my art class. And when he saw me, he was like, Sally? I'm like, hey. And eventually he decided to give me a last name. And I became Sally Gonzalez. And everyone in the class started calling me Sally, except for like one friend who knew me personally. But for the most part, they would still keep on with the joke. And one time, the guidance counselor was calling me down to the office, and they were like, Robyn Snyder to the guidance counselor's office. And I had my earbuds in, so I had no fucking clue. And everyone was looking around like, who the fuck is Robyn Snyder? They must have the wrong classroom. And they had to go person by person checking each other's name until they eventually hit me and they're like, oh, they mean Sally! Sally Gonzalez, go to the guidance counselor's office. And I was like, huh? Oh, okay.
That is so crazy. You really just gaslit everyone.
I didn't gaslight everyone. They gaslit themselves.
They gaslit themselves. Okay, that's what I meant. They gaslit themselves. True that. So then Sally. So you had Sally, and then what was the other name you had for your cult? Martha? You had Martha and Sally. Mommy Martha.
Sally Gonzalez. Mommy Martha.
What was it? Wait, was it Mother Martha? What was it again?
Mama Martha.
Mama Martha. Same shit.
But I'll take Mommy Martha.
Mommy Martha. I like Mommy Martha better. I'm not gonna lie. It's a tad
Damn,
bit
are we
better.
gonna start a cult?
I mean,
damn,
hey.
I'm on my third cult already.
Yeah, you got third time's the charm. Okay, like we got to think of an effective, like, you know, cult strategy too. You know, like what do we use to entice the cult members? Usually, it's like freedom and like avoiding of damnation. But I feel like we got to think out of the box.
Hear me out.
What?
My tits.
What? You're saying
my tits?
Your tits are the.
Mm-hmm.
Explain. Please elaborate on this. I need to hear the full plot here.
How much more do I need to explain? You are
quite a bit, actually. I think there's quite a bit.
Entice the people. My tits.
Okay, but what are they?
My tits.
So they're just worshiping your tits. Okay, so are we gonna give them names? Like, are we gonna give lefty, like, you know, a name and righty a name? Like, are we gonna give them? Like, are they gonna be gods? Are they gonna be like? What are they? What are the people worshiping besides Robyn's tits?
They don't need to worship anything else. They just need to worship the giganticness of my tits. The fact that they have their own zip code, their own gravitational pull. That is what they worship. They worship so that my tits will obey and not turn into a black hole that collapses the earth.
So you're going to be telling people, my titties are moments away from collapsing into the space-time continuum and creating a black hole. The only way we can prevent this is by... Never mind. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I realized how far I was taking it there, and I'm not going to say that. Well, they have to just pray and pray. Okay, they have to just pray to Robyn to make sure that the titties don't collapse into the space-time continuum.
Yep.
That is genuinely a very interesting cult. Honestly,
indulgences are also appreciated too, because like if you give us money, we will relieve you of your sins. My tits are very money focused, and if you put a dollar bill between them, that's one sin wiped away. You put $100 bill, you'll get 101 sins. You'll get a free sin off.
Now there's two points of contention here. Okay, the first one I'm going to say is, you know, I don't think Martin Luther would appreciate of us, you know, buying out people for their sins. You know, I feel like he'll be rolling in his tomb if he found out that we were doing this, and his great successor of a human would probably come and try to take us down. But I'm honestly not worried about that. The thing I'm most worried about is what if in this scenario a woman with bigger bahungas comes around? How do we sell the point that you're more important?
We fight to the death, and whoever wins gains the power of the cult.
So how are you gonna fight to the death? Is it titty on titty? Like, are you just gonna slap each other until one of you knocks out? Like,
we just body slam each other. It's just sumo wrestling, but a focus on the boobs.
It's literally just Fall Guys, but with two women with huge tits. That's literally what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Fall Guys challenge for you two to not like figure out who's the goddess of tittage. Is that? Are we gonna call it tittyage? Is that what we're gonna call
Tittyage.
it? Tittyage. That is the religion we're creating. Tittyage. The Lord of Tittyage has spoken, and we are here today to gather as many gropes.
Who are here to gather as many gropes on the titties. Grope the titties, my children. Waste them to the sky so that they don't collapse and destroy the space-time continuum.
Please insert at least a couple $100 bills inside of her titties before the collapse. Please.
And don't forget, for every $100, you get one extra sin off.
What sin it is, it doesn't matter. It could be anything. It could even be a sin against us. We'll forgive you.
It could be murder. It could be cheating on your first grade spelling test. It is completely randomized.
We are very inclusive of all people. Please come to the House of Tittyage. Coming to a village near you.
A village near you. Honestly, humanity has gone downhill since villages have become obsolete.
Really?
We need to bring back the village.
The village. Define a village. Like, are you talking about like a village as in a small little group of people that live in the wild, or are we talking like huts? Like, well, what exactly do you mean by village?
I'm talking about like little communities, like where there's like a little town circle and the houses all sit on the outside.
Oh, like
and
Town of Salem style, you know?
Yeah, we need like a good old village again. Like, especially like not in America, like most of the time you're lucky if you even have a main street in your town, no less a village. But it would just be nice to like have the little circle and have the little houses nearby, and like you hear your neighbor scream a little and you beat the shit out of him, and then you go to the town square and buy like a few onions after.
Yeah, and if there's anyone who committed any atrocities or crimes, they get hung.
Yes! Bring back hangings. Bring back hangings.
Would you? I feel like you would definitely live in the 1700 witch trials, and you would 100% be casted out as a witch.
Wow! You're just saying that because I'm a strong, opinionated woman with a big nose.
Well, yeah. That's what they looked for back then. They wanted docile women, and if you were not docile, you would be considered something else, aka a witch.
Feral, baby. I'm not a witch. I'm just a feral woman, and I would have to convince them of that. I'd be like, don't worry, guys, I'm not a witch. I was just raised by wolves, I swear. I'm not a witch. I don't have any of those fancy powers. I just lick butts and eat meat.
I just eat raw meat and sniff butts. That's all I'm good for. Like, jeez, man. I don't want to, like, burn people, like, or kill people. Like, bro, I can't do that. I mean, I could if you wanted me to.
I could if you wanted me to. I could commit a little arson, but like only if you want me to. Just kidding. Unless
with the pilgrim hat, unless
what?
Unless you really want me to.
I'll do it. I'll do a little burning.
A little burning. Don't go too far. You know, just for funsies. You know, unless you want to commit tax fraud, you know, I'm here for it.
Yes! Tax fraud. Tax fraud.
We love tax fraud, guys. As a joke, by the way, this is not advisable advisable advice for the IRS. Please do not take our advice. But yeah, tax fraud is fun. Also, I thought you drew yourself one giant tooth, and I'm like, when did you become Patrick? Okay, whoa, Patrick Star.
Honestly, like it would be cool to just like merge all my teeth and like have like one big denture. I can't wait till that becomes a thing. Like, fuck veneers. Screw the veneers. You just need one giant flat tooth on top and one giant flat tooth on the bottom.
Wait, a veneer? What's a veneer? I'm stupid.
Oh my gosh, you don't know about veneers?
I do not.
Veneers. What happens with veneers, it's more so for people with fucked up teeth, but celebrities have been getting them recently too. What the dentist does is they drill down each of your teeth, and what they do is they create a fake set of teeth that hooks on to the drilled down teeth so that you have quote unquote perfect teeth forever. And you never have to worry about them. And it's like the new cosmetic thing, because then you don't need to go through the whitening processes. You don't have to worry about missing teeth. You don't have to worry about fucked up jaws. But they always look so uncanny. Like 9 out of 10 veneers look fucking fake as shit.
Wait, so you're telling me they'll pull out all your normal teeth? Or they just keep your old ones? Or like, what do they do with the old teeth?
Your old ones are still there, but they're shaven down so that they're thinner, so that they can stick inside the veneer. So like, let's say your tooth is the size of like your middle fingernail. They'll shave it down so that it's more like the size of your pinky nail, so that it fits in the veneer better.
Oh, I do not like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then after that, you're fucked. Like, you're stuck with these fake, uncanny ass teeth. You can't like undo it.
Yup. And I have an aunt who like had like a dentist boyfriend who convinced her to do like different oral cosmetic stuff like that. Her teeth are like falling out all the time. She's always re-gluing her teeth, always redoing that shit. I'd rather have fucked up teeth and figure out a way to style it rather than getting veneers. It's not worth it at all.
But is it not possible like to get like not super white ass teeth, like maybe adding a little yellowage or whatever to make it like seem less fake?
No, because everyone wants like those crazy ass white teeth. Because all the fucking marketing people created those ads where they would show a person with like slightly yellow teeth next to a person with perfectly white teeth and be like, which one do you think is more employable? The one with white teeth, of course, because it looks like they ate nothing for the past 7 years. And it's just like you sit there and you're like, what the fuck? And in general, like cosmetics is just insane. I've been seeing videos lately talking about how like crazy popular fillers and stuff are. And now everyone's coming out with videos of fillers are aging you, Botox making you old.
And to bring it all back to Fail the Odd Parents, reminds me of Chip Skylark.
God, I fucking love that man. Shit. Oh.
Did I awaken a?
Did
I awaken something in you?
I love God. Vicky had a right to be thirsting for that man. I do not judge Vicky at all for practically kidnapping that man because I would do the same exact thing.
Are you just
same
Vicky?
Exact fucking thing.
You got that Vicky energy in you.
No need to call me out like that.
Hey man,
You're right though. I sit here. I have murderous intent. I abuse children. I kidnap hot men. And I'm fucking freaky as shit. And I have red hair.
It all adds up. Robyn is just Vicky in real life.
Damn.
Don't leave her alone with your kids. No,
I
oh,
might
sorry.
chainsaw them.
That would be pretty funny. But Chip Skylark, oh God, Fairly Odd Parents used to be so good. Did you see about they rebooted it for like,
Oh yeah, it's like now like a 3D animation, and I think they have like a completely new child or something.
yeah, it looks interesting. Like I'm kind of intrigued, but I don't even know if it's out yet. I haven't really bothered watching it.
I haven't watched it. I want to say it's out though. And I think the biggest critique I hear through little whispers is that the child in the show is like too nice or too good. I could be completely wrong. But a lot of people sort of say like the reason why the Fairly Odd Parents worked in the first place was because Timmy was such a flawed character, and it would push him to have different like forms of character growth. And I think that's something that gets lost in a lot of rebooted media, is especially children's rebooted media, because they try to sanitize it in order to like give better lessons or make parents like it more, and it's just like, no, flawed characters is what makes media good. Like I think of Ash Ketchum, I think of Jimmy Neutron, I think of Timmy Turner, I think of Johnny Test. These are all obnoxious shithead characters that get put in their place by life. And it's needed, it's necessary. As long as you don't make something like Teen Titans Go where all the characters are like that, you're all good, man.
But there is one character, one child character from cartoons that has never had that. And that's fucking Caillou.
Oh, God. Caillou needs to be fucking beat. He would fully turn me into Vicky if I was in the room with that same kid. I am not for corporal punishment, but man, there's a moment to gentle parent, and being in a room with Caillou is not fucking it.
I watched Caillou as a kid and I loved it. But then I remember I watched back on it and I was like, why is he such a brat? Like, he's such a shit-eating brat. You know what? I think I know what commandment we need to add to our cult, okay? The hate children cult, okay? Movies are no longer for children. They are for us men and women only. No more kids allowed.
The titties are a child-free zone.
And actually, in fact, we will take sacrifices in children. That's what we want.
We're just bookending it back to the first episode. Fuck the children. Fuck that noise. Get rid of the children.
If you sacrifice your child to our cause, we will pay you. That's what your donations are going to. We're making like a whole fucking like ecosystem, a whole economy for killing babies.
We are anti-children.
We are anti-children and pro not letting Robyn's tits collapse to make black holes.
Universe. Yeah.
Please.
We are anti-black holes, anti-children.
We'll even get Neil deGrasse Tyson on here. Like, we'll get him up on this thing. He'll vouch for us. You know, we'll show him the science. Like, hey, yeah, bro, like this is real. Like, this is truly gonna happen. Like, there's an end date, and it can be prevented if you just give us money. It has a weird physical thing going on it.
I'm just imagining us having like an IRL podcast again with Neil deGrasse Tyson there, and he's taking the measuring tape and like measuring my chest like he's measuring me up for a bra at a Victoria's Secret. And he just looks at the number. He's like, yep.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, if you don't praise these boobs, the world will collapse. They are big enough to do that.
Well, you also got to talk about the density. So he's got to put your tits in water to measure its density. So once he measures its density, then he can determine that it's an actual threat to human lives. So that's where he'll start vouching for us. That's where he'll quit his little channel. What is it, Star Talk? And he'll come to us. He'll be the new hardly working host, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Nah, I think that'll be the moment that he finds out. I have been told I just have light, airy boobies, like whipped cream boobies. Like they are huge, but you touch them and it's like they're not even there.
They're just
He'll
balloons.
see those and he's like, "These aren't dense enough to be black holes, lady. You're scamming people. You're scamming them with your light, fluffy boobies."
No, you're not giving yourself enough credit. The light, airy boobies go to the people who inflate them with silicone, okay? That is the fake boobies, okay? We don't use our all naturals, okay? They are dense. They are full of meat. They will put a hole, okay? They will puncture a little hole inside the universe.
The universe. They'll pop a little hole and you'll just hear the ozone layer go.
Yeah, you're at the minute like the timer clock like, ticks down. It's like global warming will hit, earthquakes will start happening, meteorites will rain from the sky, the dinosaurs will come back. Like it is literally Armageddon.
Damn, my tits are gonna summon dinosaurs? I gotta put that on my LinkedIn page.
Pray to me, or else I will spawn in dinosaurs. Don't make me. Don't make me, man.
Don't make me.
All those mammoths that were frozen in ice, they'll come out. They'll wake up. The Ice Age will come again. The Great Winter of Titillage.
I hope the Ice Age comes back because I want to see that hot saber-toothed tiger.
Talk about the movie?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Didn't that entire studio shut down?
I think, yeah, it used to be Blue Sky Studio and
Blue
now they're
Sky.
shut down.
Like,
Yep.
damn. Like, they just pumped out those Ice Age movies and it really wasn't paying the bills.
Well, give them credit. They also did like those Dr. Seuss movies. They did Horton Hears a Who and they did the Lorax.
Oh, they did those movies?
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. I know they definitely did Horton Hears a Who, and I think they did
I'm looking this
the
up.
Lorax as well.
I'm looking this up. Blue Sky Studios.
Let it
Shrivel up and die. Oh,
Come on, who with me?
they did Rio. They did obviously they did Ice Age. What else did they do? What? Okay,
They
did
did Rio.
they did robots. This is this movie. That movie was actually underrated. Okay, Horton Hears a Who. I remember that movie. Rio, of course. Epic. What's Epic? Oh, this movie.
Oh,
I've
I
seen
like
this
that.
movie.
Back.
Ferdinand. Oh, this is the movie with freaking John Cena as the bull. And then Spies in Disguise with Will Ferrell. Okay, that was this movie had Tom Holland and Will Ferrell. I'm pretty sure the Spies in Disguise. I think Will Ferrell just becomes a pigeon, and he's a pigeon spy.
Oh, is that the pigeon movie? I was like, Spies in the Sky. What the fuck? And then you said pigeon, and I know the exact fucking movie you're talking about.
I don't even know why they made this movie. It's an interesting little movie, I will say. It looks very interesting. I should watch it, honestly. I should watch this movie. It's a pretty short movie, you know, an hour and 2 minutes, or a minute and 102 minutes. Not that bad. And it made a profit. Technically, the budget was 100 million. The box office was 171. Okay, maybe minus marketing. It probably broke even, but hey, I mean, it's a movie. It existed.
It's a movie.
It's
It
a movie.
exists.
It did its thing.
Just like the I Wanna Be Ninja movie.
Oh dear God! Don't even mention that movie. That movie was don't even remind me. Don't even remind me.
Did you get like a little acid reflux?
A little bit,
Like-
man. I got a little heartburn. I might need to grab some Tums in a minute. But oh my God, like I keep dogging on the movie. I shouldn't be so mean. You know, she put her heart and soul in that movie, but it's definitely an interesting watch. It was like a mishmash of genres. Like the intro made it seem like it was this badass ninja documentary, but then it became like a bio like pic about her and like her talking about her life, or I should say it was like an intense intro. Then it started talking about her life and like what happened in her life for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't care. Where's the movie? And then the movie just starts. And then it's like, and now we begin the movie. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't the movie? We were like watching the trailers. Now it's the real movie.
So then what's the point of doing that? What?
Like the movie had like, not gonna lie, it had 3 introductions. It had 3 intros. Like, listen, I'll go into more detail with the movie when I drop the video, but it is so interesting. It is such an interesting little flick.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I want to be ninja. I want to be in my grave and never wake up.
Does she include her like baby moments, her little baby TikToks in the intro and how they've influenced her?
Oh God, no, she did not include those. She didn't actually. She included trying to think, I don't remember what she included. There were a couple funny bits, I will say. There were just some really out of pocket random bits, and they weren't funny for the way you expected. They were just so random. Like, okay, I'll say this. There was this one character. Her name, she was the little twinkle fairy twin, okay? Right? And she was like, oh, you're ready for the final battle. You're ready to take on this ninja. And she's like, I have something to help you. And at this point in the movie, I was like tapped out. Like when I show you the footage, I was just half asleep. I was like, whatever, bro. Just movie's almost over, please. And then she's like, I have a taser. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I was all ears after that. When she said she had a taser, I was like, what in the fuck is she gonna use a taser for? Like, she pulled out the taser like it was nothing. It was so funny. And it was just a bright pink ass like taser. It was so interesting. It was so funny. Oh my God. It is genuinely like I wouldn't even call it like a dollar store movie. You know, it was like, it wasn't even a dollar store movie. She even called it a YouTube movie, but I wouldn't even call it a YouTube movie.
Unless I don't know. Like YouTube movies can be pretty bad. Remember like that weird airplane one that like Logan Paul and like other Vine stars did? I think it was Logan.
Was that an airplane movie? Well, or not.
I remember like some sort of Vine TikTok like movie on an airplane.
I do remember that. I do remember there being an airplane movie. I'm looking it up now. It was like, it was just called Airplane Logan Paul. Airplane Mode. It was called Airplane Mode. I don't know if it was a YouTuber movie, or if I don't know if it was like was it a DVD? Did they make a DVD of it? Like, I have no clue. There, it looks like there's a physical copy.
The thing is, do you categorize YouTube movie by if it's platformed on YouTube or if it's done by YouTubers?
Oh, I mean, okay. She called it a YouTube movie. I think that was just her trying to cover her bases on like the quality of the movie. Like, I think that's just genuinely what it was. But the funny part is, it wasn't even on YouTube. It was on Vimeo. And I paid $10 to watch it. So, like, bro, what do you mean? But I'm looking at this. Logan Paul did, in fact, have a DVD version of this movie.
I think it was on Netflix for a while.
Was it? No way. It's on Prime. I can watch it right now.
That makes sense. It used to be on Netflix. Now it's on Prime.
Oh God, now I'm playing it. I'm gonna just not play that. Yeah, I'm gonna just spare my brain cells for a bit and just not do that. There you go. Yes, back to real work.
Yeah, real work with our Phyllis Fellatio burger.
Yes, the child. He's almost ready. Also, random tidbit about the child. I feel like the line art's thinner than my line art.
Your line art should be thinner, or his line art should be thicker?
His line art should be thicker.
Okay, I'll hit him.
He should be a thickums. You know, he's gotta be a little thick baby.
I just gotta make sure I got all his wrinkles first.
He looks like an old baby, that's for sure. He's got Benjamin Button's disease for sure.
Babies just look so old. They look so old. I got a baby in work recently. Someone brought in their baby to work.
Not your baby, right? Just a baby.
No.
Okay, just
no.
A baby.
I birthed out a baby and just handed it to my coworker. I was like, "Look at this baby. It just came out of me."
Look at it. Now, please cut the umbilical cord.
But like the baby was in work, and my coworker was like, "Oh, look at the baby! She's so adorable." And I looked at the baby, and I went like, "Oh yeah, she's so cute." And in my head, I'm like, "That fugly baby looks like my fucking grandma if she like rubbed her face on the pavement."
I think that in general was just an ugly baby, you know? Like, there are some cute little babies that you just want to cuddle and grab and squish, but then you got the babies that are like, well, you should be in a retirement home, or worse, not alive.
I think I just look at things for too long because my cat's the same way. I have such a cute, adorable little cat. She's 8 years old and still looks like a kitten. She's so precious. But I look at her after a while, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're fucking ugly.
Honestly, okay, I love my dog. He is so adorable. He's the best dog ever. But like, when his hair grows out, like he's a poodle mix, so like when you look at him, like he's adorable when he's cleaned up, but when he's like his hair's all grown out, like he looks like his face just looks like a sad old man, and I just feel bad. Yeah. I just feel bad for the guy. I'm just like, man, like, yeah, sorry, man. I don't want to put you in the home, but like, you know, you just seem like just out of it. Just seem so out of it. Especially when he like lays on the floor in the middle of the house, like. He only does that when he's depressed, and when he's fully grown out hair, he just looks like a sad old man. I'll even put a picture on screen of like, look at the sad old man. Look at how depressing he looks. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry a little bit. Also, thicken up his fingies. Look at his little fingies.
Thicken up his fingies?
Like the line art, you know, the line art of the fingies. I think they're okay if they mesh together. It's not a big deal. What in the hell did you do? Why'd you put a penis? Why? Why? We were like almost an hour in, and we almost went out without a penis, and you had to put it in there.
Of course I did.
You're unforgivable.
He does. Maybe I should give him like a few veins.
Why? Like
so he looks like a little ball sack.
Maybe have drool coming out of his mouth.
Oh, yes. A little drippy drool.
A little drippy drippage over there, huh? Gabagoo, gabagee, gabadoo, dabadee, dabadai.
Daboo-dee, dabba-dabba-dee-die. Dabba-dee-ba-da-ba.
Oh, man, that song was peak, man. When that song came out, it was peak. Peak humanity. That and Darude Sandstorm.
No, and you know what? The Crab Rave song. Fucking
Crab
love
Rave.
That song.
Crab Rave was something else, man. Crab Rave was also pretty peak. It was up there. It was pretty up there. Nowadays, there's no such thing as good meme songs. There's just TikTok sound bites. The world has gone to shit.
True. You know what? This is time for me to go on a rift and a rave and a rage. Not only are there no more good meme songs because TikTok just has like generic audios or like generic things. You know what TikTok has done to my community? Do you know what it has done?
What has it done to white people, Robyn?
Not white people. Weebs, Medz.
Oh,
Weebs.
No. Oh, dear God.
The whole like viral sped up trend for songs, that's not sped up. It's nightcore. It is fucking nightcore. And you little shithead children are gonna call it nightcore. You're gonna call it nightcore and put an anime girl on the cover like it should belong there.
But
don't fucking act like you're making something new.
But don't you feel happy that like life is a full circle moment, though? Even though they are just recreating something that has already existed, aren't they at least enjoying it? Isn't that what matters?
No, because they're factually wrong. This is cultural appropriation away from weeaboos. We started this, and you fucking normies are taking it and acting like it's this cool, like, hip, popular shit. No, those were the anthems of the rejects. I need my sped up Cascada bad boy in order to function through the day. I need my Rockefeller Street in order to get ape shit at the club. You're not going to sit here and speed up a Doja Cat song and not put an anime girl in front of it and call it Nightcore. That's what it should be. End of story.
I've never heard someone passionately speak about Nightcore. That is something else. It's like, I remember back in the day, if I caught myself listening to Nightcore, I felt tainted. I was like, oh God, I'm one of them.
Yeah, one of me. That's what you were in that moment. You were one of fucking me. I had this Chinese app where I would illegally download songs and I'd be listening to illegal Hatsune Miku on Zhizheng Tang or whatever the fuck it was called. And I listened the hell out of it. And that was when I discovered Nightcore. And I fucking loved it.
And from there on out, Robyn was not the same.
I wasn't.
But was she ever really the same? Was she ever really okay? We'll never know. We'll never know.
I would like to know what my life was like if you took even half of the weirdness out of me.
If we took American Dad and Nightcore out of your life, what would your life be?
Well, I think it's questionable if you need to take anime out altogether, because I think it would have to be American Dad, anime, Nightcore, and creepypastas. If you take out those 4 things, I'd be a totally different person.
You'd be a husk of yourself.
I would be. I'd be like this smooth SpongeBob.
You'd be just like Filbert over there. Confused, deformed, but somewhat happy.
Somewhat happy.
I mean, look, he's smiling. He's enjoying life. Like, he came out and he's just chilling.
You know what? You're right. We need to be more like Filbert. Don't be like me, ranting and raving about Nightcore and calling babies ugly. I'm an example of not what I'm an example of what not to do in life. Because otherwise, you're going to have a woman named Courtney tell you need to go on antidepressants. Be more like Filbert. He is happy. He is living his best life no matter what he looks like.
Exactly.
So don't listen to Nightcore children. Don't hate babies. Don't kidnap Chip Skylark. Be more like Filbert and just hang out and be yourself.
And I think that's a very positive way to close off this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Filbert is going to miss you, but at this point in time, you probably already saw Filbert because this episode from previous is already live. Thank you, Filbert. Thank you, Filbert, for teaching us how to love and be ourselves. Now, get out of here. Go click on the video on screen now. Go click on another podcast episode if you haven't already. Or leave a review on Spotify now that we have that there. So please do the thingies, and we'll see you soon.